Is a winter weather alert. You are watching 13 on your side.
Well, after a couple of days of sunshine, the clouds have now moved in, and soon with it will be the snow. This is what it looks like right now in downtown Grand Rapids. This time tomorrow, yeah, it's going to look a little different. Let's say good afternoon to Chief Meteorologist George Lessons. George, there's some changes on the way, as you've been saying for days now.
Absolutely. Since last Thursday, we've had snow on this Friday, and it is going to come down very heavy, and it will just begin between about 7 and 9 o'clock this evening from west to east across the region. Let's take a look at the advisories that were issued while you were sleeping this morning. They go into effect at 7 o'clock tonight through 11 o'clock tomorrow afternoon here on Friday. That doesn't mean the effects will be over. It'll be a slow recovery because temperatures are barely going to get above freezing. No precipitation anywhere here in West Michigan. In fact, the leading edge of the precipitation hasn't even reached Milwaukee and Chicago, so it is still about 2 to 4 hours away. So you got plenty of time to wrap up any last-minute shopping here this evening. It is all part of a larger system with this snow that is tracking just to our south. The storm system itself is tracking to our south, but there is a wide area of snow, and it's going to snow real heavily, especially around 11 o'clock tonight through about 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So it will affect your morning commute and travel time. This is all part of a large system all the way from the Dakotas back into all the way into New York State and beyond. That's the track of the storm, including all of West Michigan. Temperatures right now are in the upper 30s, but they're going to fall close to freezing once that snow starts, and it will snow very heavily. And once again, you'll have some difficult time getting around here late tonight and for the morning tomorrow. When we come back, we'll show you how much snow may fall in your area and what's ahead for the weekend after this storm moves through a little bit later on. Snow is approaching West Michigan, already moving into central Wisconsin and just west of Chicago. It'll still be 3 or 4 more hours before it arrives here. And when it does, wow, is it going to snow? 13 weather ball is blinking bright because of the snow in sight. It's blue because we have a cold Friday in view. And this view sponsored by Countryside Greenhouse of Allendale. You can see visibilities drop dramatically between about 8 and 10 o'clock, down to a mile or less throughout most of the night, and then the snow begins to taper off by about midday tomorrow. The rest of the afternoon will be cloudy. Temperatures, though, only in the low and maybe mid-30s. So your travel time here this evening, the conditions will get a little dicey after about 10 or 11 o'clock tonight, and the snow will come down very heavy between about midnight and 9 a.m. And the snow will be covering the ground, and then we'll have improving road conditions later on tomorrow afternoon into the evening. Storm track still heading pretty much where it is supposed to. The leading edge of the precipitation not reaching the ground. It is not quite to Milwaukee or Chicago the present, and that will overspread the area quickly between about 7 and 9 p.m. And it will snow heavily all night and still be snowing for your morning commute. Might want to add several extra minutes to your travel time, especially tomorrow morning. Then the snow tapers off during the afternoon, and by evening, just cloudy skies and lighter winds. Overnight, Saturday night, skies will clear. Boy, is it going to get cold on Saturday morning with a fresh layer of snow, and temperatures are not going to go up a whole lot this weekend, so there will be limited snow melt. This is Saturday, cloudy skies after a sunny start, and over the day on Sunday, there might be a couple of flurries. It looked real ominous there for a minute, but it just kind of dries out. There also could be a few flurries or little light snow on Monday, but nothing like what we've got coming here tonight. By 11 o'clock, already over an inch in many areas along the lakeshore here into Grand Rapids, and throughout the night we could end up with almost 6 inches of snow. This is by 7 o'clock in the morning, and maybe another inch in the morning. This heavy band right in through here, that is 6+ inches from Grand Rapids all the way down through Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. So again, a very tough night and tomorrow. Forecast for the long range, 15th through the 19th, cold temperatures from the west coast to the east coast. Our average highs are in the mid-40s. I'm thinking maybe low 40s. Storm track is going to be well to our west and south, so we have an equal chance of seeing more or less precipitation during that 5-day period. So here we go. Winter weather advisory goes into effect at 7 p.m. through about midday tomorrow, with heavy snow moving on in. Up north, it'll be not quite as heavy, but still impactful. Heavier from Muskegon southward, overnight lows below freezing, upper 20s to near 30. Falling below freezing later on tonight. The snow that falls is going to stick just about everywhere on every surface, with the winds lightening up late tonight, and kind of a breezy evening, but the winds will lighten up later on overnight as overnight lows drop to around 29. 13 on your side forecast. So we have that high impact for late tonight and early tomorrow as the snow tapers off. Sunny skies to start Saturday and then becoming cloudy but dry. On Sunday, we'll see maybe some light snow. That should be light snow for Sunday night into Monday. Next week, colder than average temperatures to start. We may warm up into the 40s briefly next Thursday. And right now, we have a chance of some rain on Friday afternoon. We'll update that as we get closer. Next weekend will again be cold and maybe a little wintry mix the following Sunday. Are you ready for some more snow? I just hear the resounding no, but we have more snow on the way. It's only a couple hours away. It'll be difficult to drive around here late tonight and tomorrow morning. 13 weather ball is blinking bright for that snow, knocking on the doorstep in sight, and it's blue cold Friday in view. And this view sponsored by Countryside Greenhouse of Allendale. Here we go. This is Lily. Yeah, you're giving me the eye about this snow, I know. Rick, Kim, get out early to give Lily a walk because it's going to go from green to yellow to red between 6 and 10 p.m. A lot of snow in the morning as well. It'll start to taper off, so best bet is to get out here early tonight. May not be able to find Lily in the snow in the morning because it could be up to a half a foot deep in some areas. Still, toward the end of the day tomorrow, might be a little bit of sun where the solar energy farms are located to create some green energy and a little bit more wind than today. A little bit breezy late tonight, but the winds will be down. It will not be a factor in your commute here tomorrow. But the leading edge of the precipitation is starting to move across Lake Michigan. This is where the snow is now moving. It'll be on shore here in the next couple of hours and quickly overspread the region over the next several hours. Heaviest snow will be between about 11 o'clock tonight and about 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. This is 7 o'clock in the morning. Look at how quickly that pulls away during the afternoon, and we'll actually see some clearing skies very late Friday night into Saturday morning. And with all that snow on the ground, wow, is it going to get cold? It'll be down into the teens to near 20. Over the weekend, we'll see cloudy skies on Saturday and a couple of flurries on Sunday. Nothing to get excited about. Monday night, there might be a little bit of light snow coming through, just a light coating, but very little snow melt over the weekend because temperatures are barely going to get up into the mid-30s. Between now and 11 o'clock, this area right in through here, that represents an inch or more. So coming down pretty good for about 3 or 4 hours, and then it really comes down. This is by 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, ending up with about 6+ inches all the way from Oceana County, all the way through much of West Michigan, all the way down into northern Indiana. So this is going to be a heavy snow producer. You're going to get to shovel and plow, and don't forget your snow brush if you put it away. Long range outlook says we are still going to be cold for the 17th through the 23rd. Average highs are starting to get in the mid and upper 40s. We'll probably be in the low 40s for most of that 7-day period. Storm track from the northwest all the way into the southeast. We have an equal chance of seeing more or less precipitation, leaning toward less during that 7-day period. We do get about a ½ inch of rain or 1.2 inches of snow. Forecast then for tonight, yeah, the snow arriving along the lakeshore here in the next couple of hours later inland, upper 20s to around 30 with a lot of accumulating snow with a wind out of the east, stiff wind. Up north, northern part of our viewing area, mid and upper 20s. Notice north of US 10, yeah, you're going to see some snow, but not the snow we are going to see south of US 10 for a change, and here in the greater Grand Rapids area. This is where the higher impacts for the snow will occur starting late this evening through the middle of the morning tomorrow. Overnight lows right around 29. 13 on your side forecast. High impact late tonight and tomorrow morning. That's why we highlighted that Friday. Dry on Saturday, sunshine to start after that clear night, but clouds in the afternoon. And then we'll see some light snow Sunday night into Monday morning. I'm thinking a ½ inch at the very most, but notice early next week, only in the mid-30s for highs, so the snow melt will be very slow. Average high is 42. We may not get to that till next Thursday. We put in a chance of an afternoon rain shower on St. Patrick's Day. As we get a little bit milder, and toward the end of next weekend, we may see a little bit of a wintry mix. So again, Kirk, another Friday snowstorm.
Not another one.
Not another one. Maybe not next Friday.
Because that's St. Patrick's Day, right?
Yeah, hopefully it'll be rain if anything at all.
Okay, all right, thank you, sir.
All quiet now out on the weather deck at 6 o'clock, but in the next couple of hours, we'll start to see the snow fly. 13 weather ball is blinking bright. Lots of snow overnight. It's also blue, colder weather in view on your Friday. Yes, snow for Friday. And this view sponsored by Countryside Greenhouse of Allendale. It made 40 plus in many areas. 42 here in Grand Rapids is our average high for this time of year. It also matched our forecast high 2 days in a row with bullseyes. You know, it's either you get some misses or you get some bullseyes. 4 days in a row within 3 degrees of the forecast high. Current weather right now, temperatures are in the mid and upper 30s, and once the snow begins, like it is over here in Milwaukee, we'll see our temperatures drop close to that freezing mark. Visibility is down to a quarter mile here in Milwaukee. They've got a wind coming in off the lake, so some of that is lake enhanced. What you're seeing on your radar apps, not quite reaching the ground yet, but it certainly will here very, very shortly as that storm system moves off to our south later on tonight. We're going to be in this whole mess most of the night. As you can see, the snow will be arriving here in West Michigan between about 7 and 9 o'clock tonight, so only a couple hours away. By 11, snowing very heavily in this blue area, and it will continue to snow all the way through your morning commute. Plan on adding several extra minutes and very slow travel times for the morning. By noon, the snow starts to lighten up quite a bit as the heaviest moves to the east, and then by the end of the day, the snow will have ended. We'll start to see some breaks in the clouds. It'll be a very cold start to the morning on Saturday in the teens. This is between now and 11 o'clock. Already an inch to an inch and a half plus from Grand Rapids to the west, so it's coming down very quickly as soon as it starts. And look at the snow accumulation between 11 o'clock and daybreak. Almost 6 inches of snow and more. A couple of spots down here, Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, 7 inches of snow. So again, these areas right in through here that got 6 to 9 inches of snow last Friday, yeah, you got another 6 to 9 inches of snow. So Friday seems to be the day where we see some snow in our area. So winter weather advisory through noon tomorrow. Highs will get back above freezing, low in mid-30s, not much above, so the snow that falls is going to stick around. A little light snow in the morning, moving out in the afternoon. Similar up north, you may get to freezing to around 34 in Fremont. Grand Rapids southward again. Our winter weather advisory ending at 11 a.m. as the snow departs to the east. 13 on your side forecast. Friday's been highlighted with that higher impact day. On Saturday, we're looking at sunshine in the morning, clouds in the afternoon. Sunday night, a little light dusting of snow through Monday morning. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday should be dry as we climb back to near average. Next Friday, you have to put a little bit of light rain in the forecast, and next Sunday, maybe a little bit of a wintry mix.